Okay, this is Zoe again, and I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about why every caregiver needs a place to vent. And I don't care how strong you think you are, or how strong you really are, every caregiver needs a place to vent. And you are not meant to do this alone. So I do want you to stay tuned to the end of this video and just listen to some of the reasons why you need a place to vent so that you don't dump your stuff accidentally, even on the person that you are entrusted to care about. So I have some notes. So if you see me looking to the side, that's why. But being a caregiver is one of the hardest jobs in the world, and yet it's one that's least talked about. People see you taking care of your loved one, or if you're a paid caregiver, taking excellent care, helping them bathe, cook their meals, managing their medications. But what they don't see is the emotional turmoil that you feel underneath: the worry, the exhaustion, the moments when you just want to scream into a pillow, partially because if it's your loved one, they probably are not the same person that they used to be. And that's why having a place to vent, whether it's a Facebook group, a coach, a trusted coach, a therapist, it's not a luxury, it's a lifeline. And so let's talk about why caregiving is emotionally heavy. Number one, it is emotionally heavy, okay? And it is truly love in action, but it is also one of the most emotionally demanding things that you will ever do. You can go from feeling grateful to frustrated to guilty all in the same hour, and then feeling bad about feeling guilty. And then you can feel resentment for losing parts of your own life. Okay. Um, because trust me, there is a difference. You can thrive, but there is a difference when you are caregiving from your quote carefree life or the life that you are accustomed to leading to what it feels like when you are caregiving. And letting those feelings out safely, keyword safely, makes a big, big difference. That way, you don't have to worry, and you don't need to feel guilty about putting your stuff on top of the one that's been entrusted to your care. The second reason to let your feelings out safely is because you need to feel understood. And, let's be honest. Most people who are not caregivers don't get it. Um, they see you, but they don't know what it takes. And so you need to be heard by people who understand what it is that you're going through. You know, people will say things to you like, "Oh, you're such an angel," or "God, you're so strong." Uh, but they don't see you crying in the bathroom after a long day or waking up at 3 a.m. To make sure that person is still breathing. Um, when you connect with other caregivers who really know what it's like, it's a different type of comfort. You don't have to sugarcoat or explain anything. You can say, "I'm tired," and someone else says, "Me too." And suddenly you don't feel invisible anymore. When you say "I'm tired" to someone who has never done this, they want to tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't feel tired, or you're so lucky to have that person, etc. You already know all that. That's not the point. The point is that you have to take care of you. as well as them. And that kind of understanding that comes from someone else who's really been through it is very healing. The third thing is it protects your mental health. Okay. And again, I say, you can be the strongest person in the world, but if you don't understand what this does to you, what it can do to you, it is very, very, it can take its toll on your mental health. Caregiver burnout is real, and it doesn't happen all at once. It sneaks up little by little. You start losing sleep, you lose interest in things you used to enjoy, you stop reaching out to friends. Talking with talking about what you're going through with a therapist, a coach, or someone that you trust who has been through it makes a world of difference. Having someone or somewhere you can turn to, whether it's a coach who helps you to navigate the overwhelm, or a therapist who helps you heal, or a Facebook group that listens without judgment. Let me say that again. Listens without judgment and reminds you that your feelings do matter. That's important. You're not selfish for needing support. You're sustaining yourself so you can keep caring from a place of strength and not depletion. Number 5, because you deserve some support too. Caregivers are experts at giving, or you learn to be. You give your time, your energy, your love, your patience, often with very little recognition. Sometimes because those people can't give it to you, sometimes because they never were in a position to give it to you. But you're human too. You need a soft place to land. Having someone or somewhere to turn to makes a difference. It gives you space to think, to breathe, and to respond with empathy instead of reactivity. It's not about staying perfect. It's about staying emotionally balanced enough to keep going through without losing yourself in the process. So, if you have not already, you can comment below. I can tell you some Facebook groups to go to, or I do some group coaching and some individual coaching. Or you may already be seeing a therapist. None of those things makes you weak. It makes you better able to deal with the people that you need to deal with.